What's up, guys? This is Kentucky 210 here for Let's Talk. I know we're not, you can't see me. We're not opening packs. I know, it's crazy, right? Usually I would do the whole introduction like, welcome to Kentucky Let's Talk, but, you know, I got some cards to discuss. And when there's cards to discuss, we don't do that shit. Now, I know I promised this Let's Talk for a while now, but, you know, things happened. I graduated. I didn't feel like doing a Let's Talk with all my work. But you know, it's good now. We hired new people. Less stress on me. More stress on other people. So we're good. And we can finally do this Let's Talk. Now, first thing I want to talk about, just very briefly, is Joseph Planeswalker 2013 before we get into actual card magic. I hear a lot of people complaining about Joseph Planeswalkers 2013, and I don't know why. Well, okay, that's not true. I do know why. They say that it has a lot of glitches. They say this creature should be a 4/4, not a 4/5, and I don't really mind those differences. It's a hell of a lot better than 2012 and 2009, so I say stop complaining. Because the very important thing is they gave us an end step. Like the one thing everyone complained about, they gave us it. Which is amazing. They also gave us manual tapping land, which granted wasn't what I was expecting them to do, but it works out in the end. And then everyone's not really mentioning that just because, I mean, there's only one dual color deck in 2013 right now, Black White Exalted, which we'll get into, could actually be a standard logistic deck. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure where I was going with that one, but it didn't matter. We got there in the end, folks, and really that's all that should count. But yeah, all the glitches that people are complaining about can all be fixed with a single patch. Meanwhile, all the complaints we had in 2012 and the original Magic Duels of Planeswalker, most of those problems couldn't have been fixed with just a single patch. So this is definitely an improvement. Wizards fucked up a little bit, but the thing is, they fucked up, but they can fix their fuck up easy. Unlike before, where they fucked up and like, oh, well, I guess that's it. I mean, we can't do anything. They can do something, guys, and that's definitely an improvement over the last 2 years. But you know, more onto that before we get onto actual M13 cards. I'm actually putting together a spreadsheet right now for Magic 2013. I know spreadsheets are always an interesting topic to talk about. I'm putting together a spreadsheet where I'm going to compare each of the decks' matchups against each of the other decks, and then hopefully by the end I'll reach the conclusion of what's the best deck. Because I know you can't just say, oh, this is the best deck without having numbers to prove it, and right now I've only played a couple of games, and I honestly think the Black White Exalted deck is the best deck currently. I've beaten Goblins with it, I've beaten the Peacekeepers deck with it. I honestly believe it's going to be a good deck, just really underrated right now. But then again, I could be proven wrong, of course, because, you know, popular opinion is not always what's factually correct. So it's going to be nice to learn, but, you know, let's start talking about Duels of Planeswalkers. That game's out. Let's talk about things that aren't out. I know, exciting, right? Yeah! Apologize if you hear a little edit, but I just got back with my Kool-Aid. But let's talk about some real-life cards. In M13, there are 3 Planeswalkers that are coming back from M12. Jace Memory Depth, Chandra, and Garruk. And of course, Jace is actually kind of noteworthy because they seem to be going with a blue mill theme, but of course, it's mill. It's probably never going to get there. I mean, self-mill is the only mill deck that even seemed good and limited, and that's self-mill, not opponent mill. But let's get on to the new, well, 2 new Planeswalkers, 1 reprint. The 1 reprint is Nicol Bolas. Nicol Bolas is back, guys. Yeah. The card that broke the format when it was first printed. No, it didn't break the format? Okay, well, that's fine, The card that broke the limited format when it was first printed. No, it didn't do that either. Well, how about this? Nicol Bolas, one of the best expensive Planeswalkers on this set. No, Karn's got that? Oh. Well, it's the best 3-color planeswalker, right? Right? It's the only one. Oh. Well, with that being said, Nicol Bolas is a fine card. It adds to the flavor of the core set. I don't see any deck really wanting to run him. I don't see Grixis wanting this as a finisher, but weirder things have happened, and maybe with Ravnica they'll put in some cards to make him good in a deck, but I can't. In the current format, I can't really see it right now. Yeah, next card, new Planeswalker, Liliana of the Dark Realms, which I'm sad it's gone. I mean, to be honest, I like demons more than, or I like vampires more than demons, so Liliana's really not my thing, but this card has set the interwebs on fire, man. And I don't see why. So, this Planeswalker is Liliana. 3 loyalty, 2 and 2 black. Already, I'm thinking it's shittier than the Innistrad one. +1, search your library for a swamp card. Reveal it and put it into your hand. Ready, Wizards? You can give it to the battlefield? That's fine. Moving on. -3, so basically, same as this loyalty coming in. Target creature gets +X/+X, or -X/-X, until the end of turn, where X is the number of swamps you control. That's a fine second ability. I mean, I don't like the fact where if you want to do that second ability as soon as she gets laid, she dies. Like, that's not really my thing. That's not really my forte. And this last ability is -6. You get an emblem with swamps you control, have tap, add 4 black mana. Is that 4 black? Who count? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 black. Into your mana pool. No, this is -6, so you're gonna have to +1 or at least 3 times to get to there. I don't see how this Planeswalker is any better than Liliana the Veil. In fact, I like Liliana the Veil a little bit better. She impacts the board more. She has more place in decks, and she's cheaper too. 4-mana Planeswalkers are fine. Don't get me wrong. 3-mana Planeswalkers usually a bit better. The odd exception, of course, being Jace Mind Sculptor versus Jace Beleren. So in that regard, she has helped. She's better than a 5-mana Planeswalker, or Nicol Bolas. But I don't really see why you should get too excited. Her +1 is a shitty Rampant Growth. Her -3 is great, but kills her as soon as she hits board. And her ultimate's pretty sick, and really by the time you're able to hit that ultimate would not really matter that much. So I don't see why to get so happy about her. But the Planeswalker that I am happy about, a Johnny called the Plight. He's a fucking lion, guys, a lion. Oh god, I love a Johnny. No homo. I don't know if it's homo or not. He's a fucking lion. Who cares? No bestiality. So a Johnny's 3 mana, like the better Liliana. You can +1 him. Put a +1/+1 counter up to 1 target creature. You can go ahead and -3 him, and unlike Liliana, he doesn't die. Target creature gains flying and double strike to end of turn. Insane. And you can -8. Go ahead and white some Zenith where X is your life total. But to be fair, your life total is really important in white, as there's a lot of good life gain cards. But once again, like I said about Mill, maybe it will get you there, but probably not. But let's talk about Johnny. First off, 3 mana, 4 loyalty. That's almost unheard of for a Planeswalker to have more loyalty than a mana cost, minus Tibalt, which was a pretty weird experiment. His +1 is pretty good. You just put a +1/+1 counter, so 3 mana, pump up one of my dudes. It's -3, which doesn't kill it. Like I said, very, very good. Double strike and flying. I mean, give it evasion. Give it more beat sticks. Like that sounds pretty cool. The -8 I don't really see impacting much. It's gonna impact more than Liliana's, because you get him down turn 3. You can put +4/+4 in creatures and then go ahead and make you some white cats. It's fine. Johnny I see doing a lot more work than Liliana because he can go in that green-white human deck. He can go in white life gain. He can maybe go on mono white humans, although I think that's more of a stretch for them, and even more of a stretch for white blue Delver. But you know, when some of these cards rotate out, maybe white blue Delver wants a pump spell. Maybe white blue Delver wants one of their Delvers to have Devil Strike. You know, it could happen. I see much more flexibility for this card than I do in Liliana, but who am I? I'm apparently not the interwebs, as they call this card shit, and they call Liliana the best card ever printed, but interwebs have been wrong before, and my prediction is it'll be wrong again. Go ahead and order a Johnny. You can forget about Liliana. Maybe open her in pack, but even then, don't get too excited. Alright, we're off of a Johnny and on to other cards. I'm going to talk about my main cards from each of the colors of Magic Swell so far. We're going to go from white to blue to black to red to green, and then the artifacts and lands. So let's talk about the only noteworthy card of white I've seen other than a Johnny. Sublime Archangel, 2/2 white, flying, exalted. Other creatures you control have exalted. Note, it's not a legendary like I would expect. It's a 4/3 for 4 mana, flying, exalted. Pretty good. As you're going to see with a lot of black cards, there's a lot of black exalted, a lot of white exalted. So I can see black white exalted maybe impacting standard. Who knows? The tools are there. On to blue, we have a nice limited trick here. We have Downpour, noteworthy because of limited. 1 in a blue, instant, tap up to 3 target creatures. Insane. For 2 mana, tap 3 creatures? I love that. And it's an instant. And it goes well with the card whose flavor text is saying it's from. Next card is Philippe, a great reprint. We all know what it does. 2/2 blue, tap all target type creatures. But let's just tap all creatures target player controls. Those creatures are untapped during that player's active untap step. Awesome. It's a sorcery, which goes well with, guess who? That's right. Your friend, my friend, he's here to wreck your face. He's here to wreck your house. Hide your kids, hide your wife, Talran, Sky, Summer. This guy's fucking insane. Oh man, like a Johnny. 2/2 blue. He's a 2/2. He's a bear. Guess. He's a good bear though. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, put a 2/2 blue Drake onto the battlefield with flying. So you want some synergy? You want some synergy, guys? Here's some. I played Talran Sky Skimmer. You let me untap with him next turn? You know what I'm gonna play? How about Talran's Invocation? 2/2 blue. Put 2 2/2 blue Drakes onto the battlefield. No, never mind. Not 2. Because Talran's like, I see those 2 dudes. You want a third? I'm gonna get 3 2/2 blue Drakes just for having an awesome creature on the battlefield and just for playing this spell. That's more than you bargained for. That's some synergy. That's insane. Let's move on to black now. We have Knight of Infamy, which is another knight for 1 in a white that does the same thing, only has pro black. This one has pro white. Once again, exalted, guys. Pay attention. These cards, if nothing more, they could be great limited. I mean, draft a black white exalted limited deck, you probably win. But I'm really thinking black white exalted could see standard play, but we'll see about it. Maybe there's not enough choice. Next, we have my favorite card in the set, Murder. Guess what it does? It murders. 1 and 2 black, instant, destroy target creature. Best removal spell minus Dismember? I would say so, because most of the black kill spells, if they're cheap, would say kill non-black, non-artifact creature, and this one just says kill anything. It's a murder, guys. You don't care what color they are. That's not true in real life, but yeah, murder. It's insanely flavorful. And we're gonna go on to the red cards, the green cards, the land that makes black white exalted good in the next video. So see you there.